Washington, and you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz here on JoyNews on Multi TV and back on your screens, and you know how we do it. Well, today we're going to be talking about Stonebwoy. It's Stonebwoy. And also we have some updates on Praye, but Hits FM is in South Africa. I'm sure you're asking or you're wondering why I'm not there. I will go very soon, but I'll bring you details on what they're doing in South Africa. This and many more here on Let's Talk Showbiz. My name is Doreen Aviu.
Let's Talk Showbiz.
Right, so if you just joined me, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and we're starting with Stonebwoy. So, Stonebwoy is in Jamaica, and it's all about festivals. But today, we're going to talk about him being the first Ghanaian to perform at Summerfest, and it's already been the talk of town. Everyone is talking about it. But did you see the crowd? It was a huge crowd, and this definitely shows that Stonebwoy is doing something good, and it's not just in Ghana, not just in Africa, but other parts of the world. So here's Stonebwoy on the stage of Summerfest.
Physically I'm better than them, lyrically I'm sharper than them, none of them can tell the apple and
Stonebwoy made history again on Friday night in Jamaica as the first Ghanaian musician to rock the Reggae Summerfest stage in Montego Bay. With a well-planned and well-executed concept, Stonebwoy left many Jamaicans and media mesmerized with his live band set on the night. He introduced himself with his major hit song, Hero, with his protege, Kelvin Boy, backing him up on stage. He then took time to properly introduce himself to the masses who perhaps were watching him for the first time. He gave props to his country Ghana, Africa, and all necessary athletes before treating the crowd to his next song, Bawa Saba. The cracker moment of his performance was when he used Bob Marley for an amazing freestyle. He introduced Kay Cornell on stage for a duet. They performed Balance, a new single on which Kay Cornell featured Stonebwoy, produced by Money Beats, a Ghanaian producer. Stonebwoy came back to his own catalogue and performed Mighty Lily, and then ended it with his award-winning song Go Higher. Stonebwoy's performance lasted for 15 minutes, even more than some Jamaican artists who graced the stage. Reggae Summerfest 2018 MCs have described Stonebwoy as the next promising global icon, walking the steps of Buju Banton and Shabaranks. Zip FM, one of the huge Caribbean radio stations, on their official Instagram page wrote, Stonebwoy did his first performance in Jamaica, and he proved himself as a competent performer as he was able to captivate the patrons. Stonebwoy returns to Europe this week. He plays in Italy on July 28th at the Reset Club in Modena. Let's Talk Showbiz.
Right, so that was Stonebwoy on the stage there, and we are so proud of you, Stonebwoy, wherever you are. Remember, when you come to Ghana, you have to be here first. Now, away from that, Cartel Big J is a member of Praye. We've all called on them. We've all prayed and hoped that one day Praye would be one. And yes, they are one now, and we just can't wait for their music. But Cartel Big J has been talking more on their breakup, but it looks like there's been some good changes for them, and he spoke to my colleague, Miss Shi.
We're almost even dropping, you know, as of last week. But I don't know if you heard, Praye Tintin lost the mom, and so we had to pause and, you know, mourn the mom and then give her a befitting burial. So that's what, you know, distorted our calendar a bit, but we're on track. Everything is in place. We're under the management of Kiki, EKB Productions. If people don't know, I'm saying it here first. we're under the management of Kiki Banson. We've gone back to our old manager. so we are ready to take Ghana by storm. You know, Ghanaians have missed us. We're here to feed them with what they know us, you know, to be doing best. And trust me, the first single is going to be a starter. Trust me, there's a lot coming up.
Now, it's been good news ever since you mounted the Ghana Music Awards stage.
Yeah.
How do you feel now that you three are back together? What is the feeling? Is it like before? Has anything changed?
Well, the only thing that I feel that has changed was we've matured. You know, unlike before, we used to stay together in the same house. It was a boys kind of thing. Now we're married. We have, you know, diverse advice and, you know, from our wives and all. You know, so the maturity is being reflected in our compositions, even the way we behave when we're in the studios and all. A lot has changed, but it's for the good. You know, when you grow for good. You know, you don't grow for the worst.
You think that was what was lacking initially?
Well, I think yes. In other words, it depends, because you know, when we used to stay together in the same house, I would say we were young. So when you're growing, you mature and you learn from other mistakes you've done in the past and you better it. So I would say now we're in a good place.
I'm sure you're happy, wifey.
Oh yeah, very much excited, of course.
For Praye?
Yeah, for Praye.
Okay, because always we hear that the wives, you know, are the issues and all that. So if I'm asking the wife, I need to know whether you're excited that these three are back together.
I mean, when I met him, he was Praye, and I loved him for that. I'm a huge fan of Praye. So why won't I want Praye to be Praye? I mean, for the rest of our lives. And he will be a legend forever.
Let's talk showbiz.
Right, so Sankofa is always the best, and yes, all things are the best. So Praye is now back with the former manager, that's Kiki Banson. So let's just wait for that music from the group. Now, as I mentioned earlier, your #1 entertainment station, Hits FM, is in South Africa. It's not the entire Hits FM though, it's just the drive team. That's the cruise control team, Mercury Quake, Mike Gizzo, our director, programs director, that's Marco Krekumante and others. And that's because there's been an exchange of programs. So now we're playing the drive from South Africa to Ghana. So they met with the team in South Africa, that's East Coast Radio, and there's been some great interactions with the team. And here's what we have from you from South Africa.
Your entertainment station, Hits 103.9 FM, has gone international and will be transmitting its drive time show Cruise Control live from East Coast Radio in Durban, South Africa. This is made possible by an initiative organized by East Coast Radio dubbed Connecting Africa. Connecting Africa is an annual project run by East Coast Radio together with Tourism KZN and Trade and Investment KZN. The idea is to host radio personalities from neighboring countries for a week long, giving each team an experience of a lifetime. This year, East Coast Radio is hosting radio stations from Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana, Ghana, and Kenya, and Hits FM's cruise control team, made up of the show's host, Mercury Quay, producer Mike Gizzo, and programs manager Mark Okrekumante, were selected to be part of this experience. As part of the initiative, the radio station would broadcast live on the Durban network, each show to their respective countries, sharing the experiences.
Situation, no have mommy diabetes. Although you're pure on you, naturally sweet. I just took you off the market, baby. Come with me. That's the bra when you're baby. Come let's see why you don't be. Oh, you my warrior bar. Oh, you're me too, my warrior bar. See my warrior bar. Sweetie pie, them move forward to my warrior bar. I can't bring your family, dear, I miss a see me cook. Although me feel like come moon and yeah, me seek a foot rope. Yeah. It's in the swamp, I'm sorry, baby. Although frame, yeah, me got this, sorry. Yeah, I got to start, sorry.
Let's talk showbiz.
All right, so that's the Hits FM crew, and we wish them all the best. But hopefully, myself and Becky will join them in South Africa sometime. And now to R. Kelly. R. Kelly seems to be surprising everyone. It's always been some back and forth. He's been a pedophile. We're all complaining about things he's done with young girls. But some might call it a confession. Others will call it maybe he's admitting to some of the mistakes. And for others, it's just a normal song. But we think that he's admitted to some things. But for others, he believes that he's innocent in those ones.
I admit I done made some mistakes, and I have some imperfect ways. I admit I helped so many people.
The track, posted on the R&B star's SoundCloud page on Monday, admits to infidelity, but denies allegations of pedophilia and non-consensual sex. The response follows a BBC Three investigation that sparked the #MuteRKelly campaign to limit his business dealings and airplay. Kelly denies all the allegations. I Admit sees the singer confess to relationship mistakes, but fiercely denies illegal sexual act. He then sings that he thinks it's crazy to call his behavior pedophile. The 51-year-old says he's been unfaithful, singing, I admit I'm sorry for my sins. He also alludes to alcohol abuse and struggles with fame. Kelly has been dogged for years by allegations of sexual abuse, with claims of underage sex and allegations that he trapped several women in a sex cult, all of which he denies.
I admit that all I hear is hits. I admit I couldn't read the teleprompter when the Grammys asked me to present. I admit I love God, but wait, it's so much temptation, but wait. Admit to the drinking and smoking too much, but it helped me get through the day. Won't say no names, another snake.
Let's talk showbiz.
Right, so that was R. Kelly, but he's still trending. That will be it for Let's Talk Showbiz. I'm Doreen. If you remember to log on to myjoyonline.com, the entertainment page for more of our stories. Do have a wonderful evening.